A recent study on the scenario shows that Amna and Amni have been close friends since they were young. They both attended the same university and worked for a business that produces semiconductor. Amna is a type A personality, whereas Amni is a type B personality. In this report, we need to find out in details about each personality and how they can achieve company's vision.
There is two types of personality, which is type A and type B. For example, Amna has a type A personality, which is Amna is very fast and strict in doing her work at the company that specializes in semiconductor production. Type A personality is they intend to strive to think or do two or more things at once, in other words, multitasking skills. In this way, they are really fast to complete the work that they got from the company. Next, Amni has a type B personality, which is Amni is very cool and slow in doing her work. They intend to be low in competitiveness. They are more to easygoing attitude. Other than that, type B people are more careful in dealing with their tasks.
Since in that scenario there are two personalities which are type A and type B, so there are two ways on how to help the manager to get the vision of the company. The first one is type A. Basically, type A personality is one which is stress-prone, in a hurry, impatient, and fast in whatever they do. They are very sensitive and proactive in doing something. In addition, they are also great at doing multitask and have a low level of patience because they want to complete the work in a short time, or in other words, complete the work quickly. They have a constant sense of being in a competition with the clock and lose all patience if they are late or their time is not being used effectively. So, in this case, Amna will complete tasks given by the company as soon as she can, since she cannot cope with leisure time, and will do her best to achieve company's vision. Next is type B. For type B personality, it is one who is less likely to become stressed out, easygoing, works steadily, enjoys success, has low ambition, and live in the present. They put things off, are social, creative, and thoughtful. In many ways, the type B personality is the inverse of the type A, where type A personalities are fastidious, while type B personalities tend to be considerably more laid back and carefree. How people with this type personality can help a manager to achieve the vision of the company is they are more relaxed. With this attitude, it is obviously able to be relieving stress. This may be good to help company because when they are less stressed, they will be able to think more calmly and further to get something. For example, Amni takes a long time to complete her task because when she can relax her mind, she can do it more calmly and avoid any mistakes in her work.
The first error and biases are halo effect. It is a type of cognitive bias in which our overall impression of a person influences how we feel and think about their character. It is a perception of a single trait can carry over to how people perceive others aspect of that person. For example, it's because Amni always acts slowly in something, all the workers in the company perceive and consider that she is a slow learner because of the way Amni shows herself while working. Next is confidence bias. It is a tendency for an individual to be optimistic. In other words, it's individuals who overestimate their power and ability. For example, Amna is very fast and strict in doing her work, that Amna cannot cope with leisure time.
We have found out three factors influencing perceptions, which are motives, expectations, and novelty. The first factor is motives. People are stimulated by motive. It is an unmet need. They have a significant impact on perception. For example, Amna, who is insecure, considers her co-workers to do excellent work as a threat to her own position. Second, expectations. People see what they expect to see. In this case, of course, people will expect Amna to be good in all things because she is one of the people with type A personality. Then we also think that Amnah can do every task well because she is strict in completing the work. The last one is novelty. Novelty targets are more noticeable than the objective previously seen. For example, Amni will now be noticed more by colleagues than Amnah because Amni's work results are seen as better than Amnah, even though Amni is slow in doing something.
The rational decision-making model is a method of taking emotion out of making decisions and applying logical steps towards a solution. The model involves comparing multiple options or alternatives by using non-biased research, facts, and other data to help choose. The first one is define or identify the problem. It is a problem discrepancy between an existing and a desired state of affairs. For example, Faris broke his laptop and he needs to buy a new one in order for him to complete his assignments. Next, identify the decision criteria. It is a criteria of factors that define what is relevant in a decision. For example, before Faris buy a new laptop, he needs to consider the price for the laptop and also which laptop is better in any aspect. Allocate weights to the criteria is assign a weight to each of the items in order to give each item accurate priority in the decisions. For example, Faris need ranking which criteria is the most important to the decision-making process. If the price of the laptop is the main criteria, then Faris need to put more weight to the cost of the laptop compared to other criteria. Other than that, develop the alternative. It requires decisions maker to gather data, interpret that data, and brainstorm to come up with the multiple solutions that can be compared and ranked. For example, Faris can try to find solutions to fit the laptop.
Next, evaluate and analyze the alternative. The process of analyzing and evaluating alternative applies evaluation criteria to alternative or options in a way that facilitates decision making. For example, after Faris already listed all of the possible alternatives, he will give the rating about each alternative by looking at the strengths and weaknesses. Next is select the best alternative. This is the process when we need to choose one of the best alternatives that have higher rank than other alternatives listed. For instance, Faris will only choose the best alternative with the highest score from all the things that he listed early. After that, implement the best alternative process is placing commitments into the decisions and carrying out the choice. In this case, Faris will buy his new laptop after he done analyzes all the relevant data that influence his decision-making process. The last process is evaluation of decision effectiveness. It is when reviews the outcomes after purchasing the laptop to ensure that Faris made the best selection possible while resolving his issue.
Overall, this case shows that why we need to learn and know about others' personality and values in our life. Things like this are very important for us who will enter the world of work. It is also initial preparation for us so that we can prepare ourselves mentally and physically well. Besides that, we can also identify about our own personality and this will make it easier for us to do a job.